Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. The god of the Underworld wants to get Wonder Woman and her mother to bear his children, but is he really going to make it? Let's find out. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. The story begins during a very stormy night. Many people are having problems with the rain and the strong winds. That storm became a television news report. Many streets were closed and some firefighters went out to respond to some emergency calls. The wind pushed a traffic sign against the windshield of a fire truck, which ended up having an accident. They were about to fall off and lose their lives, but Superman appeared. He stopped the truck from hitting the ground, and then Wonder Woman appeared to help. The superheroes managed to save the two firefighters until suddenly they heard a child calling for help. That little girl was trapped high up in a tree and was being carried away by the wind, but fortunately Wonder Woman rescued her. The woman took the girl back to her mother and started having lots of memories. It's good to have a relationship between mother and daughter, and Wonder Woman misses the times when she lived in the island. While she was distracted, she almost got crushed by a pole, but Superman managed to save her. She told him she was thinking about the time she lived on her island, and Superman said it might be for the best if she went back to the island to try and make peace with her mother. Wonder Woman said that it would not be that easy, but nevertheless, Superman is right. She immediately went back to her island to try and make peace with her mother. Even if she is a superpowered being capable of flying, Wonder Woman chose to travel to the island using one of the Justice League's aircrafts, which is something kind of funny in itself. As soon as she arrived on the island, Wonder Woman was in shock. Everything was on fire. She landed the aircraft, and as soon as she got out, she saw an even more terrible scene. Her Amazon sisters had been turned to stone. Wonder Woman didn't know what had happened there, and as soon as she entered the island's main temple, she found her own mother turned into stone as well. While she was desperate, Wonder Woman noticed through the reflection of a shield that someone was approaching. She attacked the intruder. It was a man who began to attack her with magic. Wonder Woman managed to attack and subdue the man. Then she asked him what's he doing in the island. The man, however, said that if she continued attacking, all the Amazons would remain stone for all eternity. The man then introduced himself as Felix Faust. He's a student of the mystic arts. He did all this to defend himself from the Amazons, and he only came to the island seeking for knowledge. And to acquire this knowledge, the man needs to find fragments of an ancient sacred relic. The first piece of this relic was on this island. The other pieces are scattered around the globe, and the man says he can store the lives to all the Amazons if Wonder Woman helps him find these fragments. To prove he was telling the truth, the man used an amulet to transform Wonder Woman's mother back to her original form. The queen of the island tried to attack him, but the man turned her back again into stone. Now Wonder Woman knows she cannot fight and must help that man. He gave her 24 hours to find all the pieces of the relic, otherwise all the women on the island would turn to stone forever. To find these pieces, Wonder Woman will have to use these stones, which will guide her on her way. Before leaving, Wonder Woman promised that if he was lying, nothing would save him from her wrath. After she left, that man used a spell to contact his master. It seems like someone straight from hell. The sorcerer said he had found someone much stronger to find the pieces of the relic, and thanks to that, he will be able to free his master much more quickly. Meanwhile, Wonder Woman contacted Batman. She wants him to investigate the man named Felix Faust. The first thing Batman did was track Wonder Woman's aircraft, and we see that she went straight to a museum to look for the first piece of the relic. Using that red stone, she discovered the exact location. The piece of the relic was hidden inside a vase, but when she got close to it, she triggered the alarms. The entire building was immediately locked down, and after she broke the vase to retrieve the piece of the relic, something even more impressive happened. A huge statue came to life. That statue is the defender of that relic and began attacking Wonder Woman. She used her lasso of truth to defend herself, but she wasn't strong enough to knock the statue down. Luckily, she managed to dodge the next attack, but the statue recovered the piece of the relic. Then he landed a powerful blow on Wonder Woman, knocking her down. The statue thought he had won the battle, but at that moment, Wonder Woman got up and used a piece of rubble to destroy the statue's leg, and then she struck it with several blows. The whole statue was completely destroyed. Wonder Woman retrieved the piece of the relic, and suddenly Superman appeared. He wants to know what is going on, and Wonder Woman said it was none of his business. Superman says that when one of his friends is destroying a museum, it instantly becomes his business. We then see that Wonder Woman called Superman, Flash, and the Martian Manhunter to tell the whole story of what happened on her island. The superheroes have no choice but to help Wonder Woman, and they all split up around the planet to search for the other pieces of the relic. The Flash and the Martian Manhunter went to South America and searched for the relic in a very ancient temple. Flash managed to find a vase with the relic inside it very quickly, but when he did it, a huge fire-breathing snake appeared from inside the earth. Meanwhile, Wonder Woman and Superman were heading towards the new location. They arrived at a shopping mall. It seems unbelievable that a relic would be hidden in such a modern place, but using his X-ray vision, Superman found this relic buried at the bottom of the mall. He quickly retrieved it, but when Wonder Woman placed her hands on the relic, something really strange happened. After a white light, they began to see each other as monsters. Neither of them realized what was happening, and they started fighting. They believe they are real monsters. Meanwhile, the Martian Manhunter was defeated by the fire-breathing snake, and the Flash had to fight it alone. He used his speed to make the snake tie a knot around her own body. Unfortunately, he recovered. However, the Martian Manhunter also recovered and managed to knock it down with a single blow. Wonder Woman is still fighting against Superman. It's an impressive battle. At the same time, Batman went to a certain scientist to ask him about the sorcerer named Felix. It seems Wonder Woman was gaining the upper hand during the fight against Superman. He managed to knock her down, but she threw a car at him. That car exploded. Then Superman threw the car back, but Wonder Woman dodged, then removed power lines to hit Superman. He managed to evade the attack, but Wonder Woman still managed to knock him down. Superman laid above the fountain in the middle of the shopping mall, and looking at his reflection in the water, he realized the monster was Wonder Woman. Because of that, Superman stopped attacking and tried to talk to her, but she couldn't understand his words. She continued attacking mercilessly, and they ended up inside a store. At that moment, while Superman was down, Wonder Woman grabbed him by the neck and asked where was Superman. The monster pointed to a mirror, and at that moment, Wonder Woman realized that he was Superman. The illusion ended, and meanwhile, the master of the sorcerer was impatient. He had waited for 3,000 years and needed to be released from his prison immediately. Turns out this master is the god of the underworld. He's called Hades and wants to dominate the planet. After all of that, Batman contacted Wonder Woman. He had something to reveal. All the superheroes gathered at the apartment of the sorcerer Felix Faust. He had been studying ancient magic for years, but his former colleagues didn't take his research seriously, and thanks to that, Felix swore that one day he would get revenge on all the people who didn't believe him. After many years, all those colleagues disappeared, and the superheroes discovered why. They were actually turned to stone. To make matters worse, Batman discovered that Felix was planning to open the gates to the underworld. Wonder Woman was shocked. She says that according to the legends, her mother in the past fell in love with the god of the underworld. Because of this, a war began between the gods of the Olympus. Hades tried to make a deal with the Titans. He said he would hand over Olympus if the Titans allowed him to dominate the planet. After that, Hades tricked Wonder Woman's mother into opening the gates of the underworld. The battle began immediately, but the Olympian gods managed to win that war, and as a punishment, Hades was cast into the pit of the underworld for all eternity. Because of her betrayal against humanity, Wonder Woman's mother was condemned to spend the rest of her life on that island guarding the entrance of the underworld. Wonder Woman said that her mother was always very ashamed from what happened back then. Batman then took the pieces of the relic and assembled a key. Felix wants to use that key to open the gates of the underworld. Superman says that Wonder Woman cannot give this key to the sorcerer, but she says that if she doesn't, all her sisters will turn to stone forever. According to Batman, if Wonder Woman hands this key to the man, it will cause the end of the world. After that, we see that Wonder Woman went to the island. She's going to hand over the key to the sorcerer, but first she demanded her mother to be freed. The sorcerer then used the amulet to transform the queen back to normal. Now, with the key in his hand, he will open the door to the Underworld. But before that, he will petrify Wonder Woman and her mother. Fortunately, before he could do that, the Flash appeared and took the amulet from his hands. Then the other superheroes also showed up. Felix used magic to attack them, and everyone had to dodge his attacks. Batman and Wonder Woman had to hold him back so he wouldn't be able to escape, but Felix used magic to knock them both down. The Martian Manhunter and the other superheroes were unable to stop him. Felix used magical plants to trap them, and Wonder Woman together with Batman tried to help, but they couldn't do anything. Felix managed to grab the queen, and both of them teleported to the gates of the Underworld. Wonder Woman knows how to get there and went with the other superheroes to the entrance. They went down the stairs and arrived at a completely devastated place. The queen was imprisoned in front of a huge gate, and she was trying to convince Felix not to do what he was about to do. But the man told her he always knew what had to be done. This was the moment he waited for all his life. The man then used the key to open the gates of the Underworld, and as soon as the gate opened, Hades emerged from hell. Felix offered Wonder Woman's mother as a sacrifice to the god of the Underworld, and the woman said she regretted every day everything she had done to help Hades in the past. But Hades himself said he remembered her every day and could hardly wait for the moment when the two of them could be close to each other once again. Suddenly, Felix interrupted the conversation, saying that now he wanted the reward Hades had promised him. The god of the Underworld said that he had promised infinite knowledge, but human beings only deserve infinite pain. Because of this, he aged Felix to the maximum his body could endure. Then, Wonder Woman saved her mother. Hades immediately began the attack. He said that after having his fun with Wonder Woman's mother, he would enjoy doing all kinds of stuff with Wonder Woman herself. Superman appeared to attack him, but was knocked down with a simple slap. There's nothing Batman can do against the god of the Underworld, and not even the Flash has any hopes against him. The Martian Manhunter managed to push him through the ground, but was knocked down immediately afterwards. Wonder Woman's mother wants to continue the fight, but Hades lost the patience. He summoned all his soldiers from hell and wanted to put an end to the battle. Those soldiers will never end. Meanwhile, Hades attacked them all with fireballs. The god, however, didn't expect Felix to attack him from behind. That attack revealed his true appearance. As a punishment, Hades fired a fireball at the sorcerer, and Wonder Woman took advantage of this to attack, but she was knocked down. And then Hades grabbed her mother. He wants to start the fun immediately. Wonder Woman tried to stop him, but she couldn't. She was knocked down again, and he warned that after he was done with her mother, she would be the next. For now, she only needs to wait. At that moment, the Queen reminded Wonder Woman that the only hope they have is removing the key to close the gates. Wonder Woman rushed to try and close the gates completely. She was ignored by Hades. He wants to have a child with Wonder Woman's mother no matter the cost. While he was busy, Wonder Woman managed to destroy the key, and everyone started to get sucked into hell. Felix Faust was completely destroyed, and all the superheroes did everything they could to hold on. Hades is going to take Wonder Woman's mother with him to the Underworld, but Wonder Woman did everything she could to save her mother. When Hades approached, Wonder Woman managed to kick him on the face and then used all her strength to get out of the gates. She saved her mother, and after that, everyone went outside and the women were still turned to stone. The Martian Manhunter doesn't know what to do, and the Flash thinks that the amulet has something to do with it all. Suddenly, when the sun rose, the light hit the amulet and caused a reaction that transformed all the women back to their normal state. Everyone was overjoyed. The Queen thanked Wonder Woman for the help, and afterwards, she rewarded all the superheroes for the assistance they provided to all the Amazons. They will always have their eternal gratitude. However, the Queen cannot forget that Wonder Woman violated a sacred law of the island. She brought men to that place, and that cannot be forgotten. That's why Wonder Woman will be banished from the island and will never be able to return. Flash and Superman tried to defend her, but there's nothing that can be done. Everyone said their goodbyes and left the island. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.